And I should be live. I seem to be. Go me. Hi, guys. Just me again. I say just as if that's not enough. Leveling up another character. More electricity. But bow this time. A bow. Lightning arrow. Because I've got a really good bow waiting for me. For endgame hijinks. Don't be lightning resistant, you jerks. That's just not friendly at all. So the... hi guys. Welcome. Good evening. Hope everyone's doing well. So the end game item I was referring to. Once I get there, of course. Grab what little purple juice I can out here. Is well, I will show you in a bit. Oh, wrong way. Is a tri-element bow. Spine bow, supposed to be the best for elemental arrow hijinks. And got tier 1 lightning, which is the most important. Tier 3 cold and tier 5 fire, and the tier 5 is kind of meh. But it also has tier 1 crit and crit multi. I got that from crafting it with Rog. Good old Rog. So I browsed around trying to find a build that would use it. After determining it was actually worth a fair bit, like, was that 10 to like 40 divines, which is an enormous amount, so it's actually pretty good. It's not optimal, but it's pretty solid. And we'll see what it's like when I get to level 60 odd and can use the bow. There are a couple of different builds. One of them, the one I'm currently following, because it doesn't matter yet, is not crit based. The other one's crit based. And since the bow's got tier 1 crit and crit multi, seems like that's the way to go in the end result. But at this point they're basically the builds right now. Oh my god, all the way freaking back. We love dead ends. We ARPG players, we just love doubling back on ourselves. Oh, just because I'm... oh, I guess I can't. I was going to shoot them just on general principles, but I can't. So they get a pass. I have died once, but it was because I was in the middle of looking at the specs for the Wildwood here, and I got attacked by like 4 mobs, and they insta-jibbed me before I could sort of react. So the death is a bullshit death because, well... GGG lives to screw their players, one way or another. In this particular case, 100% movement speed, 150% effective curses on you. I'm cursed with vulnerability. You know, 100% movement speed, not that big a deal to me. Removes all armor, removes all evasion, but 25% increased action speed. Oh, good. So I can die much, much faster. That seems like a bad choice. So I won't do that then. No, they won't give us the decency of... I mean, they've done it in the past in at least 1 or 2 leagues, where if you're in the middle of dealing with a lead mechanic, they freeze the game. But that's just... they just don't want to do that. Because they'd rather have people be frustrated with the game. Thanks, GGG. Your intent is working out great. Oh, we're going to crack 1,000 yellow, I think. Barely. Goodness. Guess I have to level up to get access to those. Be just a sec. And there's their level. True to my word. So with the triple element treatment, which I've never done before, and running lightning arrow, theoretically, I should have the most important bits and pieces available to me for the build. We'll see. One thing I haven't done yet is like socket up the bow. Let alone attempt to link it. Ugh. I've got a 5 linked chest, evasion chest. So I can at least do something with that. But it's been a while since I played a bow build. Alright, a Pyramid Apex awaits. And now we get to wait. That is about 30 seconds. Seems like longer than it takes for the mob to actually show up. Spent all that time and effort on the animations. By God, they're going to show them to us. acceptably quick. Don't need that, that's for sure. Let's head to Sarn. All the cool kids go to Sarn. Hi, Clarissa.
I don't mean to sound ungrateful.
I will also note that it's really annoying that if you're in the middle of a conversation like that, they force you to manually exit if you want to, like, I don't know, start shooting again. Why? Issues like that I hope are fixed in PoE 2. But I'm not hopeful. I'd like to think that that's what they're going to do. 28.
A stranger.
I wonder if that's actually better. I will find out in just a second. It's got lots of pretty pluses on it. I like things with pluses on them.
Don't believe him,
Why are you still standing there?
Goodbye.
Let's see. Currently at 23164. 24. That's more. Goodbye to Stormcloud Longbow. Yeah, attacks per second. Not quite as much, but a little bit more DPS. Sure, I'll take that. Yeah, sure. Think it's a bit better. Let me take out the gems. Put that away, and we will link this. A little bit more damage, not a huge amount, but hey, you know. Baby steps, as they say. Find Tolman in the Crematorium. Wow, he's lucky. He gets a nice warm place to work. Or, you know, die. I get to go to all the nice places. Breaker of Oaths. I think you can sneak up on me? I don't think so. Alright.
Once more.
Yeah, I don't think I want the Warlock of the Mists. I think I had the one I wanted when I wasn't paying close enough attention and died. I took it with about the amount of calm equanimity you would expect from me. It's possible I cursed just a little. lovely and scenic slums, the Sarn slums. Vacation spot. Great place for a second home. And there we are. The Crematorium. We're so lucky. Do we actually use one of those? We do not currently. The Crematorium awaits. He must be purple, and it's not purple we want, it's blue we want to follow to get us to the one we want. Looks like we're getting more in the way of purple than blue. So that refills the juice, so to speak, of how far you can go before in the dark before you get the gateway to show up, and basically the map is frozen. And the only thing you can do then is go wandering out into the dark or take the map. Well, there's the. So you can go wandering out in the dark and. Get a message from the King of the Mists. Mind you, that's an entirely different mists than the mists we get in Guild Wars 2. At least, I think so. It might be the exact same one. I'm not sure I have the tools for knowing. We don't need to go that way. It's that way. Is the trial. We don't need the trials. We finished the trials. Piety.
Huntress, you are beatific because you answer to no one. And that's why no one will miss you.
Just as she's about to croak. Chicken. 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 Well, congratulations on making it to Friday evening. Or potentially Saturday morning. And now you've got a weekend. And most likely a Christmas day or two off. Long weekend forthcoming, I hope. Unless, of course, you've got one of those unfortunate jobs where you've got to work through times where basically everybody else is off. I have been there myself. For years I worked Thursday through Sunday. I missed every Thanksgiving and buttloads of Christmases and other similar celebrations.
Tolman's dead then.
Hatred, grace, despair. No, I don't think I want any of these, do I? I'll check. Let me check. Don't think so. Grace, maybe. Probably grace, actually.
General Gravicius demand. Go with courage.
I don't see it listed here, but I would think Grace would be a likely
I'll miss him. Victorium.
possibility.
Good luck.
And at the very least, we can start leveling up Grace, you know? If we don't end up needing it, that's fine. We don't need it. We are going to need Frenzy, though, at some point, I think. I'll drop that in as well. Level. Keep leveling. Just level. Here's the bow I was talking about. So, Tier 5 Fire. That's meh. Tier 3 Cold. That's okay. Tier 1 Lightning. Tier 1 Crit Chance. Tier 1 Crit Multi. And then the highest crafted attack speed I can get on it. So, for now. All in all, one of the builds I said, I saw, the crit build I think it was, said basically a 500 DPS bow was sufficient to get you to red maps. I don't have a 500 DPS bow, I've got a 900 DPS bow right now. So, that should be enough, I think. Just spitballing here, but that's my guess. Okay, and now we need to find the 3 platinum busts. Giggle. 29. Quiet down there. My belly is chatting with me. Into the sewers. Having gone to the crematorium, now it's the sewers. All of the garden spots we get to go to. I don't think we want purple. I think we want blue if we can find it. Purple again. Hello, the Breaker of Oaths. Really, who wants to do business with the Breaker of Oaths? I mean, how does that end up working out? I just... You know, is his excuse I don't break all of my oaths? Only some of them? Because that's not a very compelling case. Clicked on that. Bonk. Dead end. Bust of Gaius Centauri. I believe that was. Find a way to destroy the undying blockage. Well, I've had some gastrointestinal problems in my life, but I've never had an undying blockage. Ulcers. Ulcers. I was pre-ulcerous. Previously, for a while, I was, at various times, I was on, at the time, both of the most prescribed drugs in America at that time were Tagamet and Zantac, which are ulcer drugs. 3 of them? I don't think so. Nope, still just 2. Third one's usually here. I don't think I'll be needing a shield in a bow build. Just saying. I had a couple other possibilities I was looking at for the next build. I'll show you those based on the items I have that I've gotten as drops when next I hit the town, so to speak. Back into the wild. Ooh, blue. Okay, we got a lot of blue this time. I'm pretty sure blue's the one we want. Don't have the NPC here to talk to. It's not yet. Are we now in yellow? We're now in yellow. How did it get in yellow? I wanted blue. There were more blue back here. I'll walk all the way back. Yeah, we got more blue here. No. Oh, this should be spicy. 1600 blue. 900 yellow. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. And the Cantor Spiritus, we'll be needing that. Come to life. Except for you, you came to life. I wanted you to stop coming to life. So, pop back to town. Still taking forever to load into towns. GGG doesn't want you to miss one moment of those NTX that do want to sell you.
The beetles fell. Stay out of the shadows.
Another point. Let's see where we're off to next. 1 point. Let's see where we're off to next. 1 point. Let's see where we're off to next. 1 point. Let's see where we're off to next. 1 point. Let's see where we're off to next. 1 point. Let's see where we're off to next. 1 point. Let's see where we're off to next. 1 point. Let's see where we're off to next. 1 point. Let's see where we're off to next. 1 point. Let's see where we're off to next. 1 point. Let's see where we're off to next. 1 point. Let's see where we're off to next. 1 point. Let's see where we're off to next. 1 point. Let's see where we're off to next. 1 point. Let's see where we're off to next. 1 point. Let's see where we're off to next. 1 point. Let's see where we're off to next. 1 point. Let's see where we're off to next. 1 point. Let's see where we're off to next. 1 point. Let's see where we're off to next. 1 point. Let sure I've got all of that. I do. Wow, the next bits are pretty straightforward. I was wondering why those didn't get chosen earlier. It's because they're going to get chosen now. Put this stuff away. I didn't get the freaking waypoint in the sewers. I hate it when I miss stuff like that. Oh, I'm going to go take care of that right now because we're going to need that sooner or later. My apologies, I'm a dumb. Of course, you could have told me. If you noticed. If you're paying attention. If you were feeling chatty. Maybe you figured that I'm not so dumb I would miss it. Evidently. Increased critical strike chance. That's not really going to go off, I don't think, until I get my spine bow up and running. I really didn't grab it. I'm gonna have to go say it's the dope thing, yeah. Alright. He was empowered. Now he's not. That is my issue with the League mechanic, is the number of hit points in the empowerment. Not the damage they do when you've got them juiced up. Not the fact that juicing them up gets you a lot of loot, as it should. So I've got no problem with them jacking up the life and the damage they do, but they jack the life up so much. We've got some blue. All right, we're going to follow the blue as best we can. We've got a lot of blue. We're already at 1,300 blue. Well, where's the NPC that wants to talk to me? Stick with the blue. Doesn't appear to be any more over here. We still have some here. Nope. Maybe? No. No, just a little open space. Alright, off to the battlefront. War, what is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Say it again. Old guy musical reference. So many of my references are old guy references, but you'd expect that. Hey, I almost forgot to get the damn Waypoint again. That would have been an old guy thing to do. The docks. After the crematorium and the sewers, maybe a little fresh sea air would be nice, you know? Alright, nothing obvious. Blues are the hardest ones to see because by default the little glowy bits are sort of bluish, but not really. So I don't think we're likely to find what we're looking for on this one. So we'll just run around for a bit. Ooh, is it powered? No, it's not. Not much in the way of empowerment going on there. A little bit. Another level for me? Go. Such a long way for a dead end. Not quite a dead end. Just only thought it was a dead end. In fact, it's kind of where I wanted to go. Okay, so I'll stop complaining about it. For now. Still need to find one more object. Oop, I think we can shortcut a bit of the trip here. Works. And yet still I try. And fometic sulfite. Back to town. I'm a little tired tonight. I did not sleep well. Woke up early, couldn't get back to sleep. Got a really crappy, about half an hour nap. Half an hour nap. It's barely even worth it. Nothing changing here. So try that again. Oh, interesting. So we're going to connect lawn around. Okay, let's see. So we're here. And go in here. To grab that, and then grab this. Got it.
Yes.
Increased amount recovered, reduced recovery rate. That'll get me killed, I expect. Still better than that one. It's okay. And sure, we'll use both of those. That does not look impressive. That does not look impressive. We're going to hold on to that.
Gone.
We're going to freeze, right? Unity to maim. Okay, we got that, we got that. That goes there. That goes there. That goes there in case we need 4 sockets. 45 for that. 65 for that. 35 we can see if we can maybe turn that one into something that's usable in the short term. Back to the Battlefront. He did the little vanishing thing again. I don't believe that was actually him vanishing. He's just trying to get away. Trying to not get murdered. It's probably going to work. That should be fine. Famous last words. Another level for me? Oh, you shouldn't have. Let's see. Where are we going next? We went there. Up. Oh, and one to the left. I wonder if that's a little bit of leech. It is a little bit of mana leech. Or leech to mana. Very nice. That will help. Mana is a little problematic from time to time. So a little bit of mana leech. Well, it should help with that problem. It's science. Looks like yellows. Blues. That's yellows, but we had some blues over here. Where'd they go? The yellows. Oh, that thing gave up blue juice when it croaked. Is there blue? No. Oh, there's purple and yellow. It looks like we've got a little bit of everything. All the flavors of the rainbow. But nobody to talk to. All right. Back to the temple. Nothing that way, just a little dead end. And a shrine. Yeah. dead end. What the hell's up with that? GG, I thought I'd made my position clear on this, that we do not like doubling back. Please stop at once. Another dead end. Dead end. We don't like those. Why do they insist on repeating it? Oh my god. Seriously? Did I miss something obvious early on? I don't think so. I found every single dead end in the entire place so far. I hope we don't end up doing one of those things where I go all the way through from the far end and then have to backtrack much, much further. Because that's the way it's like kind of feeling. Is this the door to the outside or the passage down? My money's on outside? No! Just a really weird layout. Okay. Breaker of Oaths, that's not the one we want. We're getting a lot of purple juice. Grape juice, I think.
Traveler.
That's the one we want. I think. That's the one I wanted. Oh, we got some blue, alright. Okay. But I don't think you can ever run into two of the NPCs in the same map. At least I never have that I remember. I could be mistaken. That does happen from time to time. Hard to believe, I know. Alright. Not much in the way of juice. Which is fine. They don't want to give us juice? We don't need their juice. We don't need their stinking juice. That's another dead end. Nothing there. Nothing there. Alright. Lady Diala, I assume?
Get you out of your misery.
Quiet down there. When I say my tummy's talking to me.
You are not a cockroach. What is that, you?
I'm not sure which one we're going to need. Probably most likely to need strength.
Cockroaches
That.
will come again. I like a dash.
Infernal talc. That's what the devil uses to avoid chafing. It gets hot down there, you know, and he gets sweaty down there. So he needs the talc.
What is it?
What is it? A whole lot
Watch yourself.
of nothing. Missed that one. It doesn't even get the dignity of being sold. It gets destroyed. Hi, Grigor.
The gemmling, you've been busy.
I have been busy.
Goodbye,
We are at 33. Let's see if there's any upgrades waiting for us. Any obvious improvements that we can slap onto the build. Nothing here yet. Not likely through most of these. Ooh, maybe here. Let's see. That's some weak sauce. My resists right now are in a pretty good place. At least for now. Alright, that's all that. Most of the time at about this point you start getting driven by your resists, trying to find some way of maximizing those. I think a bunch more life would be better. How much damage do we give up? From about 3,000... about 300 DPS, but a bunch more life. Little chaos resist. 64, this is 88. And increased elemental damage with attack skills, which we are using. That is often referred to by players as WED, because it used to be extra weapon elemental damage, so it was called WED. Immunity to chill. Yes, I will definitely take that as a better version of that. Don't suppose we have bleed? Ah, we have bleed. Excellent. And what about the manas? Let's see. Doesn't queue, but only 119 mana. Again, doesn't queue. Currently, that one's giving us a good bunch. So I think we can, let's see, buff ourselves up. That one seems pretty nice. We'll go with that. Just a quick scan to see if there's anything we'd rather have there. Now, 1,500 evasion is more than 20% right now. Let me move stuff around to make it easier when next we check our flasks to see what has become available that was not previously available. Yes, I know. I'm just terribly anal resistant. Well, I'm anal resistant too. I never ID'd that. What the hell? Alright, well, I've got to... That needs fixed, as the British would say. I don't believe I would end up using it, but I still think it needs fixed, so we'll ID that.
Thank the gods. Another time.
Wrong. Don't need what you need. Unveil, please. Let's see. Regenerate 3% of life per second during effect. The effect lasts for 6 seconds. 18% of life. Not vastly impressive. Reduced reflected damage during effect. Well, yeah, but if I'm taking reflected damage, I'm probably croaking. 15% of damage taken from hits is leached as life during the effect. Damage taken from hits is leached as life. I guess that one's probably the best. And it's not very impressive, is it? Alright, we'll put this back. We were here? No, here. There we are. Going through really fast just to see if anything catches my eye as being usable, potentially. These are a bunch of items that I had set aside as being potentially good for a later build. Those are a bunch of 6 links. These are the other items that I've set aside. We have, it's got meh attack speed and meh physical damage, but it's low level. Got a couple of these. That one's got a lot of increased physical damage. And then decent flat physical. And this one's got +2 level of bow gems. And then 2 open prefixes. This one's got an open prefix and spell damage and fire damage to spells. The spell damage is a Takati's and the fire damage is a tier 2. And it also has a tier 2 cold resistance. So that's a good start of a casting staff. And here we've got a 5 link that's got decent physical, cold, and then +2 level of socketed bow gems. If I could annul off the cold, get lucky and annul off the cold, you could build off that. And the last one here has tier 3 fizz and tier 5 cast speed. And over here is a +1 level physical spell gems shield. So those two are kind of a combo set. Where were we? Traveling to the Imperial Gardens? No. Back to the sewers. Again. The sewers. The games, they all send me to the sewers. Are they trying to tell me something? Is it a not-so-subtle message? Undying blockage in the sewers. I don't even want to know. The Ebony Barracks. Grab that. And we're going to head into the gardens. And here we're looking for 3 things. We're looking for the library. Blue, maybe. The library, the waypoint, that we'll get later. And the Chittis Plum. A lot of yellow. Not seeing any blue. Oh, now we got a little bit of blue. Now we got blue and yellow. Blue and yellow catch a fellow. Actually, the old bit of advice was for a woman to catch a guy was pink and yellow. Catch a fellow. Seriously, I'm not making that up. That was a real piece of advice they used to have for the ladies. God, I'm old.
You may approach.
I believe that's... No, I don't think that's the one I'm on. but I'm going to clear out everything first, because if you don't, they'll kill me while I'm trying to talk to her, because GGG wants you to die. They don't want you to have fun. They want you to die.
Share my fire, if you wish.
This is the one I want.
Yours will be a path of ferocity and struggle.
Okay, I don't have any more points.
The will of the Driocht shall
It says I
be
have 1
done.
point left, doesn't it? Well, how can I have 1 point left and not be able to use it? Maybe you've got to do a quest for her? Yeah.
Climb
you have to
in the
do a quest for
hierarchy of
her,
the wilds.
Oh, it's the 500 nameless. Oh, it took forever. Next on the leveling stuff is up and to the left. Weapon elemental damage. Yeah, that's WED as it used to be known. Oh, we got that. We now have more inventory space. Worth it just for that. But also, we'll get charms. Oh, I should see if she's actually got any charms for sale
How goes it?
that I might want. Hits ignore monster physical damage reduction if you've blocked. Well, you don't block usually with a bow. 1% of life on kill, recover 1% of energy shield on kill, recover 1% of mana, gain 5% physical damage, extra damage of a random element. Sure, it's not bad.
Keep what you
Prosperous Profitable Promises, a lupine charm.
keep learning.
Back to the Imperial cards. Alright, so what we're looking for, more or less, right now is Chitter. The rest of it's easy to find. We'll get there without trying. Chitter's Plum, not easy to find. It's always in a more remote part of this map, but there's no way of knowing which remote part of the map until you find it. And I found it. That never happens. I just think it's important to be clear that never happens. We never find it in our first attempt to find it. It's always in some place not that fast to get to. Always. So that didn't just happen. You're hallucinating again. Perhaps you shouldn't have taken those mushrooms before my stream. Taken a wrong turn. Well, at least it's deterministic enough. We'll find it in a minute. The it is the waypoint and then the library. There's the waypoint. Gold amulet, I'm rich. Made out of gold, guys. That'd be valuable. Now that I got that. That's right, I do need to find and kill nameless critters. That's going to take a very long time. There were complaints on the subreddit about the amount of time it takes to find things. I suppose work with ease. Got anything I want to buy? Well, I can't currently afford any of those. You can run into multiple zones in the same iteration.
Traveler.
And he's got corpses. If I was running specters, I would be paying more attention to those. In fact, I kind of would like to run a build with specters just so I can play with that element of the game. A little bit of juice. Not a bunch. See what else has got to be over there. Yeah. Grab the waypoint first. Because always grab the waypoints. As I proved earlier when I didn't. If you don't do it, you'll regret it. And I can attest to that. I regretted it. I will also repeat my point I've made in a number of other games that have waypoints. From WoW and its Flight Masters, to Guild Wars 2 and its waypoints, although Guild Wars 2 is a lot better about it than most of the games. If you get anywhere near the frickin' thing, just unlock it. Don't make us have to remember to click. Just unlock the damn thing. Thank you. This has been a public service announcement. Like I said, Guild Wars 2 is better about it, but you still have to get relatively close. Although it does also give you a nice visual and sound cue. Okay, then Ciosa, it's got to be out the other side, so to speak. We're looking for a candle. Because, well, that is obviously how you open secret doors, is with a candle. Anyone who's watched Young Frankenstein knows it. Ooh, a death bow. Probably not good, but how can I not pick up a death bow? I mean, seriously. Yep. Aha! Loose candle. Oh, sure, Wildwood. We've so far killed 9 out of 500 of the nameless creatures. And the first time I had to do this, I noted which ones were the nameless creatures. Because I just killed 3 more of them, but I have no idea which creatures were those. I didn't mouse over them to see if they have names or not. And is it nameless as in no one knows what to call them? Is it nameless as in they are named nameless creature? Or is it nameless as in their parents never gave them a first name? Oh, that guy's bad news. That's the problem. He's got heat-seeking badness. Oh, wand, scepter, couple of swords, and a shield. What good are those doing to me? Am I going to shoot arrows at some? Actually, that would be pretty cool. I would kind of like to shoot swords at somebody. Shooting great swords at somebody actually sounds like a pretty good time. A total of about 600. I'm not going to have enough space for the things I need to pick up. So I'm going to have to get rid of some of my inventory. Even with my inventory expanded, I'm going to have to get rid of some. There's one. There's two. One. Two. Got a vault side area. Cannot inflict exposure. Monsters deal extra fizz is cold. I think I can handle that. And that's what you call famous last words, ladies and gentlemen. I think I can handle that. Burning arrow. I'm using a slotted burning arrow. Occasional side element here. Mana forged arrows, burning arrow, and galvanic arrow. Basically, every time I fire off enough mana, these things go off automatically. Find the last golden page. There. Come on, one more golden page. How tough could it be to find? Than I wanted. But we have found it. Did we clear out the entire freaking bottom level? We did. Back to town. But just for a moment. I'm gonna see if I can't spiffy up that level 36 chest piece. That goes to 36. But first, back to Fiosa. No, yes. To turn in his quest. Get a gem, but I think I've already nabbed all the gems that I need, at least immediately right now. Life Leech, Fort, Focused Ballista, Second Wind, Impale. Not sure. We'll grab a fort. Because any fort in a storm, never mind. Back to town. Sell some stuff.
Hello.
Hi, Clarissa. hold on to that at least until we finish through Kitava. Well, we'll take a look and see if that's better than what we're using. Currently, we are at 3163. Nope. Not as good.
What is it? Watch yourself.
Hold on to that for now. Kara reward. Burning arrow should go. Not here. Here. Charm goes there. Chittis Plum is with me. Double strike. Ball flavored. Fort. I'll just drop it there. Real fast before I forget. Back to port. The docks, sorry, to get rid of Fairgraves once and for all. I mean, he was looking for it, so obviously he wants it, so obviously it's going to be good for him, right? I mean, he knows what's best for him. He's been dead for quite a while, so I expect he knows better than to do anything that's going to... Oh my, I guess not. Oh well. Sorry, Cap. Junk ring. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Watch yourself.
45. That one's the 35, right. So, we'll go ahead and throw one more quality on it because we can. And it's got 4 links. Let's see. I would like to give it life, but I don't remember what tiers. Properties restricted to level 75 and below. Upgrades in... I assume that's to item level 75 and below. These upgrade their tiers, and I don't want to upgrade the tier on something so that it's too high. Let's see, I'm going to go essences by level. PoE essences by level. Obtainable through. Looks like tier 3 is weeping. Tier 4 is a level 48 and higher drop. I don't think it says what level it turns them into, but we'll try that. Level 3. That's not much life. We'll live dangerously and we'll throw an alk at it. Come on. We can still use it. It's got fire and lightning. Change the socketing around. Let's see how much life we can add to it. And still wear it. And at the very least, he'll be able to brag to all his friends that, you know, he's got a 6 socket he's using.
Don't drink the water.
26 to 40. That would have been a tier 3, so sure. Next to the beaniest value ever. Okay, fine. At least for now. He feels better about himself, you know? How our defense is looking. Not much in the way of... Well, 43% in evasion. We don't have any armor. Don't know if we'll be needing that or not. And when we pop a potion, we gain a 1500 evasion, which probably increases that number a significant amount. Yeah, 75% of the time they'll be missing us. That's better. I like that. I don't think we had any of the bows. Those were all higher level, 56s, right? Yeah. I thought there was one I had that was, 1 or 2 I had that were at lower levels. Like, say, one of these. 3. We'll see if any of these are better. We're currently doing 3163. 4239. Less. You get in there in shame. We're at 4239. 4573. Seems pretty good. Physical damage, fire, lightning, accuracy. Got an open suffixes. But it's already 3 linked, so we can just swap this over and increase our damage by a large chunky amount. I like chunky amounts. What could we put on that, you know, if we were so inclined? That one I think is full. Yeah, it's got full affixes. Is there anything fun? Oh, look, increased attack speed. Sure. Who doesn't like increased attack speed? Okay, the mobs. The mobs won't like it. But other than the mobs, who doesn't like increased attack speed? Quick check. Let's see if there was anything else. Like maybe Quiver got set aside for nice stats and stuff. Survey says no. I could have a bunch of armor if I wanted. Okay, I think that is... No. Alright, we are now back off to the Ebony Barracks, where we're going to murder Gravicius. Because he's been a very, very naughty boy. But first... the Porcelain Queen. Well, I've been to the Porcelain Throne. Is that hers? Must be, right? The Porcelain Queen would sit on the Porcelain Throne. That's just science. I didn't click on that, did I? Okay, good. No. I don't need 100% movement speed. The good one of those is one of those that gives you plus 200% XP, and that throws out a lot of experience really quickly. Almost 1,000 blue. Maybe we can get a little bit more blue juice on the way out the door. 938. And we're going to give it to Gravicius right in his face. Alright, so Mara Mo will have a present for us when we get back. I think she's sweet on me.
Without men like you, Gravicius, this land might just start healing.
Next up, piety. A little bit of blue. Okay, that's more in the way of blue. That's the asshole. With the purple flowers. I am not a fan of him. Those purple flowers suck. They are chaos damage. Most characters at this level. We don't have much of that. Existence. Back to the Primal Hunters. We're up to 47 out of the 500 stupid things we need. Killing the Nameless. I am reminded of a story. A friend told me he was working at an ice cream place in his adolescence. And some kids were having a birthday party, and there was one kid who was sitting there basically silently, and my friend goes to him and says, "Hi, I'm John. What's your name?" And the kid says, "I don't have a name. I don't go to school." That's the entirety of the story, by the way. I want to be clear about that. If you're waiting for more, that was it. Didn't say it was a good story. Level for me. They can't stop me. They can only hope to contain me. Oh, there's a way out over here. Big guy. Oh, he tried to fool me by going around the other way. You silly goose. Now cooked goose. Increased elemental damage during flask effects and elemental damage with attack skills. Righto.
Piety. So much to answer for.
We're up to 55 out of 500 nameless. 62. Combo. Interesting. let's see. Increased effective onslaught. That had something else on it as well. Yeah, I just don't think that's enough. Still,
Keep learning.
I don't know if that actually, it lowers the amount of blue juice it displays down here. I'm not sure if it actually lowers the amount of blue juice as far as the map is concerned. My guess would be yes, but I don't know that for a fact. Actually, given the nature of this game, most things I don't know for a fact. After all, it took me like 18 months or 2 years before I found out there's a difference between increased and more. One's additive, one's multiplicative. Stairs are always the way you want to go. When you're here in the awful, blood-filled lower level of the temple. Really, that's an awful lot of blood. Empowered. He was. No, he's not. Also note that certainly seriously, I can't use this to bridge gaps? This is now officially an awful movement skill. The fuck is up with that? Increased critical strike support. Superior. Hey there. This is lightning arrow at present. It's going to be a elemental bow build. I lucked out. Well, a tiny bit of skill was used, but mostly luck, in a craft from one of the NPCs named Rog, and got a very, very nice bow. And went looking for a build that supported the bow. The bow has all 3 elemental damage types and in perfect, very good, and decent tiers, and then has crit and crit hit in perfect tiers.
I have pursued a
Sorry, crit hit and crit multi.
What have you ever done but serve yourself?
I have served myself. Who else should I be serving? Oh, Piety, I'm sorry. That was fast. You must feel embarrassed. Good.
Your death doesn't fix anything, Piety. But
So,
at least
more electricity, this time with arrows instead of casting it. But I'm using, well, right now I haven't actually decided which of the builds. Right now I'm using following Havoc's build, which I think is a non-crit build, but there's another build I've got that I'll probably end up swapping over to. Right now they're basically the same build, but the other one uses crit. And since the bow has max crit on it,
Wherever he is, watch yourself.
and is in the right
Goodbye.
the right base type. It's this bow here. Oh, no, it's not that bow there. It's this bow here. And the only way it could be better is if instead of tier 5, the fire was tier 1. Instead of tier 3, the cold was tier 1. And if I had a higher craft of attack speed on it. But the critical strikes are both at the optimal, the lightning's at the optimal, and that's the most important stuff. So it's a very good bow and was worth, I don't know, 10 divines or more. So it's the most valuable thing I've picked up in this league, for sure. And again, it was just a, complete talent on my part to be able to pull that out. He's lying! Still, I recognized the bases that Rog had, that we could hit good stuff, and we hit good stuff. Let me take a moment here. We need 25% to treat enemy monster elemental resistances as inverted. Not even sure I know what inverted means, but I think it's good. There we go. 25% chance to treat enemy monster resistance values as inverted. So I think that means good for me, bad for them.
Party's off to meet.
Yeah, party's off to meet a maker, eh? She is indeed. I put some arrows through her. She seemed to find it uncomfortable. Understandable, really.
Good luck.
Just doing the metal check. Oh, that's right. Marmoa, didn't you have something for me? You did. Let's see. Scourge Arrow, Tornado Shot, Blast Rain, Wild Strike, Blade Flurry, Explosive Concoction, Storm Rain, Artillery, Ballistic, Charged Dash. We'll grab the Tornado Shot. Not that we can use it for anything useful. Critical Hit Strike Support. Tornado Shot. Not that there. And another Charm. I am so charming. He's not. Alright, right. Next thing, I am going to ascend. Or at least try to ascend. Assuming I don't screw it up.
You stand before the gates of the Lord's Labyrinth.
And I do have the capacity to screw it up.
The Lady of
I have the
Justice
know-how
doth preside.
to screw it up.
The goddess is watching.
Another level. I like that. I won't complain about that. And this should be Trial of Ascendancy, Aspirant's Trial number 1. Where are we going next? Fleetfoot. Haven't got that. We're headed towards... Nope, that's lethality. We don't want that. We want Fleetfoot. We don't want that? We're going to eventually probably want that. But that would be from the other build. This may be where the builds are
weary
diverging.
traveler draws close to the end of the path.
Basically, one's crit, one's non-crit.
Slowness and strength. Honor your name, my goddess. What ambition. Wisdom is the offspring of suffering.
Wisdom is the offspring of suffering and time. See what you learn? Who says video games rot your brain? I don't know. People actually still say that? Probably. Heart of the Gargoyle. A gargoyle? All I have to do is scream at them loud enough and they fall over dead. It's a skill I have. Another skill I have, evidently, almost getting myself one-shotted. I'm not paying attention to stuff I should be paying attention to. Aspirant's trial number 2.
When the time comes to strike.
When the time comes to strike, an emperor strikes without hesitation.
To entertain doubt.
Doubt is to dance with death. And frankly, death, she steps on your toes when you dance with her. I am inexhaustible. Well, I can guarantee you, Zaro, at my age, I am plenty exhaustible. Whoops. Try not to die. I missed one somewhere. Damn it. Where did I miss one? Here? I missed this one. Fine. I dislike these ones because I'll frequently panic and die, so that makes them annoying. Whoops. Don't like these ones because I can do the same thing. That's the thing most likely to kill me in the trials is panic. Because that's something I do. I will panic. Onyx Soul is this poor thing's name. Nominative determinism, I guess. If they name you something like that, you turn out as a bad guy. Is this the one we need? No. But this will be. confusing. Tasty. Not a fan of porcupines. They could kill me. All right-thinking PoE players hate porcupines. In fact, a great many of the not right-thinking PoE players hate porcupines as well, truth be told. Is this the one we want? It's not the one we want. The one we want is the one we want. This should be the one we want. And it is. Alright, let's see if we can finish off our ascendancy. And now I'll jinx myself by checking to make sure I know which one we want. Yeah, we want the one that gives us tailwind.
An aspirant can afford to be promising. An emperor must keep those promises.
Yeah, my favorite is the Empire awaits you with open jaws. Don't screw it up. Alright, managed to not screw it up. Good work, me. I think we got one key. I get out the D20 for this. We have one key. 1 through 4, 5 through 9, sorry, 5 through 8, 9, 10. And we reduce 10 from that, from the number we roll if we roll more than 10. So we rolled a 7. That's this one.
And rise, ascendant, for this is the ending that we all deserve.
Okay, let's see. Not that one. Did I think? Mm-hmm. That's the one.
A woman can change the world with a single well-placed arrow.
There we go. We now have tailwind. And we gain 1 gale force when we use a skill. 15% increase effective tailwind per gale force. Maximum of 10. Wow, that's a lot of tailwind effect. Holy crap. Alright, plus we get to throw... transform a gem, or add 3% quality to a gem. We're going to transform a skill gem to be a random transfigured skill gem. Ah, but we want one with quality, because a quality one... let's say 15%, but I think it gives... just says give you random, or is it random of the same color? Okay, it is of the same color. I played a little bit of Baldur's Gate 3. Not very much. Played like 2 hours. And I've restarted, I think, 2 more times on top of that. So, sorta? I'd hesitate to say yes, but sorta? Sure, let's throw Firestorm in and see what we get out. Drum roll, please. We'll get to choose 3. We got a Firestorm of Meteors, so we actually got the blue one back out. Frost Bomb of Instability and Spark of the Nova. I'm going to do a quick check. Firestorm of the Meteors. And see if any of them are worth significant amounts of money. Firestorm of Meteors is worth 1 chaos. No, it was 1 up for 1 chaos. The rest are up for 5 chaos. So the 1 chaos was listed 7 days ago. They're not answering, so it's 5 chaos. Not bad. Frost Bomb of Instability. Frost Bomb. Wasn't it Frost Bomb? Is it 2 words? Wait, what? What? Wait, what? Oh, 2 words. Sorry, my bad. That one's on me. Frost Bomb of Instability. Looks like 3 chaos. And Spark of the Nova. I'm guessing probably not. Spark of the Nova. Also looks like it's the 1-5 deal. But the 1 was just posted 5 hours ago, so Spark of the Nova may be... Well, let's see. Let me... fires 9 projectiles, fires them in a circle. And this is deals base fire damage. Exploding. Well, that one's more fantastic sounding, so... We'll go with the one that sounds coolest. That's worth approximately the same amount. Alright, we've ascended.
Hello.
Sell. That's a disappointing one, I have to say.
Watch yourself.
Where did I have those? Not there. Is it here? Oh, I've forgotten where I was putting those. 12, wasn't it? No. Here's what happens when my brain breaks down. I can't remember where I put things anymore. No, it's down here. No, it's not here. I've completely lost my mind. I'm sure I won't miss it. There they are. Jeez. How many times did I click through that? Sometimes I wonder about me, you know? Okay, a lot of the times I wonder about me. You know? Alright. We now have Tailwind. And we're off to the Scepter of God. Where the bad man awaits us. And nobody knows what it's like to be the bad man. To be the sad man. Behind the lines. Old guy music reference. One of my favorite Who songs. Sure, why not? Go to the Viridian Wildwood. We need to kill another 422 nameless creatures. Still at 78. Still. The Porcelain Queen, you know, I assume that the Porcelain Queen, as I mentioned earlier, she has got to sit on a porcelain throne. It's the only thing that makes any sense. And now we know where the phrase came from. The porcelain throne. It was a real throne. Huh. Color me surprised. I'm not exactly sure what color surprised is. But it would be me. We've already got a bunch of blue. Let's get some yellow, too. And we're back with the Warden of the Eves. Let's see. God damn damn it. Just is so infuriating to me and needless that they fill up your screen so that they can kill you without you seeing what's happening. Overwhelm. That's not bad. Hit steal endurance charges. Additional melee strike range. That seems good. If you're playing a melee build, obviously. 24 mana per enemy killed. 50% damage increase against enemies on low life. That one. All damage can shock. Overkill damage. Leech does life. Overwhelm. I could definitely see that being used. I would have to change my spec, but I could definitely see that being used.
Trust the wisps.
Where were we? We came down here for Fleetfoot. Check one thing quick. Fleetfoot, we're going around the right-hand side. That makes sense. We've got beasts. The beasts might be a little dicey if they're juiced. So it's got an arch nemesis, but it doesn't look like it's juiced, at least. It does have an arch nemesis mark. Alright, Einar, do your thing. Thank you. 4 stacks of bleeding. That was unnecessary. Thanks, Einar. Good to see you. You're looking fit. Another 2 yellow beasts in here. Einar, thank you. That was a juicy one. Einar, there's another one for you. Oh, Einar, you are actually insane. Couple beasts left. One more yellow and the red beast. Go away. Everyone hates you, proximity bubbles. Everyone. Red monster. Red beast. Red beast done. Taken care of. Just one more yellow beast left. Proximity bubbles. Hates him forever. And that's the yellow beast. Einar, do your thing. You know, he always says Einar will write a mighty poem about it. He has yet to write me a single poem. It hurts my feelings when he makes promises and he won't live up to them. Einar, you don't have to be this way. All I want is for him to treat me with a little dignity. Down, I believe, was this. I did. movement skills around a little bit. I'm not happy with the... what's it? Blink arrow. That's not the way I want to go either. South corner. Yep, south corner. Oh, that's just not friendly. Things that are not friendly are not my friends. You can quote me. We go up. And one more time, we go up.
It is woman's purpose to tempt and try the will of man.
Wow. Really? That's... I'm a dude, and I found that a really offensive point of view. It's a woman's purpose to tempt and try the will of men. Seriously? Submit. Yeah. Maybe if you didn't bust out that Neanderthal point of view.
Seen the true face of God next
I haven't seen the true face of God. Every time I look in the mirror. Ha ha ha. Burn on you. Alright, there you go. Come on, you're done. Dominus and friends.
This world is an illusion, exile.
The world's an illusion, guys, just in case you weren't aware. We've been informed of this by Dominus, who, just because he is in actuality some huge form of crustacean with a human head, it's confusing. And now it's much less confusing for him.
To regret our mistakes.
Everything has become clear
Some of us don't.
on account of he's dead.
Try not to take it personally.
And Diala, hi Diala, how you doing? Let's go to the aqueduct. What did the Romans ever do for us? The aqueduct. What?
Cities are
The
a blight
aqueduct.
upon nature, and some
It is
find
incumbent upon me to make that joke, that reference, every time I enter the aqueduct. If you're not familiar with it, it comes from Monty Python's Life of Brian. I make a lot of references. I make old music references, old movie references, old TV references, old book references. But if it's none of those, the odds are really high that it's a Monty Python reference.
Need some help.
We'll just do a quick check and see.
Fine.
We're currently at 5735. About half the damage, so I'm going to say we don't want to change to that one. I was curious as to how much of an effect the flat physical there would have, and the answer is nowhere near enough. Not even close. Oh, up, 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 up. We have some already. Alright, we are now going to go. Hi, Marmo. You have a reward for me? No.
Goodbye.
Pfft, useless. Let's go back to the aforementioned aqueduct. Let's see if we can get enough XP running through here to hit a level and be able to unlock all these and feel powerful about ourselves. Oh, well, let's grab some juice. What do we got? We got yellow juice. We We got purple juice. Got all kinds of juice. Swear to God, these things, the pulsing tubers have never dropped anything any good. Well, we're going to be jacking stuff up pretty good here, looks like. Juicing, pretty sufficient. Sufficiently large amounts to make things interesting. We had more yellow over here, though. Well, that's going a bit dry. Is it over here? We had more purple here. This is going to be dicey. We've got over 1,000 of each. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. So, 1,500 purple, 1,200 yellow, a little bit of blue, you know, a dash for some spice. We're up to 88 nameless things. Oh boy, we've killed like 3 more. That one is empowered by 2 flavors of juice. That one has 1 flavor of juice. Oh, double flavored. And it didn't drop anything. That's just really disappointing. Go through all that trouble to make sure everyone has their juice. And what happens? They don't drop diddly. Take a look at that. That's a mirror of the one we just picked up. We don't need the mirror. Frankly, I kind of wish they'd just get rid of the mirrored objects because in general play, they're worthless. The mirrored objects that drop like that, as opposed to, you know, an actual mirrored item, which presumably would be really, really good, because someone would have spent a mirror on it. Nothing that way. How about this way? Burbs. All my life they were birds. Apparently now they've turned into burbs. And that's a dead burb. There we go. He's doubly empowered. And dead. Now we've got space. Glorious space. Extra bag space after all these years. Double empowered and still slow. That had to be frustrating. Poor feller. And we are in Highgate. That one.
We open opens the gates to this land is a wounded.
This land is a wounded animal. Oh, sounds great. I'm sure you love it here. Along with all the other wounded animals, I guess. Yeah, take it back. That doesn't sound all that great. Assumption again is that this one will not be any better. We are at 57.35. No, 34. Even if we got this more sockets, plus put the bow gems in there, that still wouldn't add up to as much damage.
Go where you are needed.
I will go where I am needed. Whatever she means by that.
It's
Frankly, a lot of these people are just crazy. Desheret's seal. We'll be heading out there in a second to grab that.
bye-bye.
Although, go where you are.
Hi, Diala. How you doing? You're looking
I am
disturbing.
You've done yourself proud today.
We need to find Desheret's banner. I happen to know that it's out here on the dried lake. Because I know things.
A late flame. A million creatures lost. Just so sad.
Hey, what do you know? Some nameless creatures there. We're up to 92 dead out of the 500 we need. Purple juice. Not that much purple juice. Now we're getting a little bit more purple juice. It appears that purple juice did not run out yet. We just hadn't found. We haven't found the path. Now we have more purple juice. And some blue juice too. Oh, that's going to be it though. 930 purple juice. A little bit of blue juice. 946. We'll grab a little bit more blue juice. What do you... Seriously, what do you guys think is going to happen? I'm going to kill you. You push your luck. You're dead. One of the things I do like about the new mechanic is we don't really know the effect of juicing up the mobs beyond, well, they do more damage and they have a shitload more hit points. Frankly, I could do without the hit points. Those, if they would moderate those. Them hitting harder, I'm fine with. That's kind of how things are pretty. Increasing the hit points? Sure, of course. Increasing them that much? Don't think so. No, we don't need that. More evasion, more movement, and cooldown on movement skills. Alrighty then. Fractured items are fun. They were crapshoot, and that the fractured affix can be really good, in which case the item might be useful and or valuable. Most of the time they're junk, but it's a nifty mechanic. They do throw an awful lot of mechanics at the wall to see what'll stick, which I admire. Their hit rate on mechanics is pretty damn good. Occasionally, they'll get a stinker that they don't want to get rid of. Arch nemesis affixes. Oh, did I say that out loud? is something the game would be better without.
Won't miss your kind, Paul.
I am not a fan of that significant change. I think the arch nemesis mechanics as a league mechanic was fine, but it going into core was a bad call. And it's one of those that smacks to me of a decision was made and the person who is in charge of fixing those decisions likes that decision, even if none of the players do. No. Could I be wrong? No, no. It's the players who are wrong. When a mob has affixes that can kill you, and the only way you know is if you mouse over the mob, but you can't do that because it's moving too fast and all this other stuff is happening at the exact same time. Yeah. Generally, in my experience, the only time I can check the affixes a mob has in this game is when I'm dead. Sometimes that you can tell how you died without having any damage information, and you do it by looking at the affixes of the mob that's teabagging you. Like last night, I got nuked by 2 mobs out on a map, and I was going, what the hell happened? I don't understand. Oh, haste. Okay, that's what happened. Hello, Yun. I don't know, do I use any of the golems here? Maybe. Don't need the accuracy, I don't think. Increase damage. Life regen's not bad. Snipe, tornado. Probably that one if we use anyone. Talk to Tasuni. Hi, Tasuni.
Life will go on.
What do you need now?
Oh, you know, what do I need now? You know, a little home in the country, a wife to share it with. Oh, in game terms. We'll check that one really quick. Rarity of items, no thank you. Do not need, that's not bad. Global critical strike multiplier now. Oh, 1 to 2 to physical damage to attacks. That's game breaking. Currently at, call it 6,000. Yeah, big drop. Okay. Yeah.
Go where you are needed.
That's 89 life. That's 88 life, but that's got the 20% elemental damage. Wrong clicky, right clicky. And we've got I'm not sure if I'm going to use that or not. We'll put that in our box of stuff we might need later. So this right now has got fire and lightning, right? So if we get lucky with an augmentation, say it gives it a good tier of lightning or possibly cold or fire, and we can regal it and get lucky and hit either the other one of fire and lightning or attack speed, the odds still aren't good. Yeah, no, that's a sell too.
What do you want?
It could have gotten lucky. It just wasn't likely. I think I'm going to call it here for the evening. I will continue playing later off stream. Get the character up. Oh, I would say probably into Act 6, maybe 7 tonight. Play a little more earlier tomorrow. Maybe get it up to like 8 or 9 before I start streaming again tomorrow night at the usual time of 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, middle of the night in Europe. I will also be streaming on Sunday, that is Christmas Eve, and I'll be streaming on Monday, Christmas. So, if you need some background noise to ignore while you play a game, I'll be present. I want to thank you guys for hanging out. As always, it is genuinely appreciated. I hope you found something of amusement, or at least diversion. I hope the rest of your Friday night kicks ass. I require you to have an awesome weekend and Christmas, if you're celebrating Christmas. I should be back tomorrow. Hopefully you'll see me soon. Have a great Friday night. Take care. And ciao for now. Good night, guys.